Pharmaceutical research and academia are key areas for pharmacists in Australia, offering opportunities for those with an interest in advancing drug therapies, conducting clinical trials, and contributing to pharmaceutical education. These roles combine scientific innovation with academic teaching, creating significant career paths in the healthcare and education sectors. Below is an overview of the roles, opportunities, job prospects, and salary expectations for pharmacists in pharmaceutical research and academia in Australia. Pharmacists in pharmaceutical research and academia are involved in various activities related to the discovery, development, and safe use of medications. The roles in these fields include pharmaceutical research, which involves scientific studies focused on developing new drugs, improving existing treatments, and understanding the mechanisms of diseases. Roles in this area include clinical research pharmacist, who is involved in designing, implementing, and monitoring clinical trials to evaluate the safety and efficacy of new drugs, and they also work on regulatory submissions for drug approval. A medicinal chemist focuses on the design and synthesis of new pharmaceutical compounds, requiring a deep understanding of chemistry and pharmacology. A pharmacokinetics/pharmacodynamics researcher studies how drugs move through the body and their effects on the body. A pharmacovigilance specialist focuses on detecting, assessing, understanding, and preventing adverse effects or any other drug-related problems, especially post-marketing. A formulation scientist specializes in developing the form in which a drug is delivered, such as tablets, injections, or inhalers, requiring knowledge in pharmaceutical formulation and excipients. A drug development specialist works on optimizing drugs from the research phase to clinical use, including early-phase clinical trials, scale-up, and commercialization. In academia and teaching, pharmacists work to teach and mentor students pursuing a pharmacy degree or advanced pharmacy training. Their roles include lecturer academic pharmacist, who teaches pharmacy courses at undergraduate and postgraduate levels, supervises research students, and contributes to curriculum development. A research fellow principal investigator leads research projects and supervises research teams, including PhD students and postdoctoral researchers, often in collaboration with universities, hospitals, or the pharmaceutical industry. A professor is an academic leader who teaches, conducts significant research, and contributes to the development of the field, often leading research centers, publishing papers, and securing research funding. A pharmacy educator works on the development and delivery of training programs for pharmacists, contributing to continuing professional development and specialized areas of practice. An academic clinical pharmacist engages in both teaching and clinical practice, contributing to the academic advancement of pharmacy knowledge while working in hospital or community settings. Opportunities for pharmacists in pharmaceutical research and academia in Australia include job roles such as pharmaceutical research scientist who works in research labs, academic institutions, pharmaceutical companies, or government agencies to develop new drugs, technologies, and therapeutic strategies. University lecturer professor positions are available at universities like the University of Sydney, University of Melbourne, Monash University, and Queensland University of Technology, where they teach pharmacy students, conduct research, and mentor the next generation of pharmacists. A clinical research pharmacist works in clinical trial management, pharmaceutical companies, or hospitals, managing research involving patient participation and treatment efficacy studies. A regulatory affairs specialist works with pharmaceutical companies to ensure that new drugs meet regulatory standards and gain approval from the Therapeutic Goods Administration in Australia. A pharmaceutical consultant provides expert advice on pharmaceutical product development, research methodologies, and regulatory affairs to pharmaceutical companies or research institutes. Geographic demand for these roles is concentrated in major cities like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, and Perth, which provide many opportunities in both research and academia, as they are home to leading universities and institutions with dedicated pharmaceutical and biomedical research departments. While there are fewer opportunities in rural areas, some universities and research institutions may have outreach programs or collaborations with local healthcare systems. In terms of career progression, pharmaceutical researchers can advance to roles such as principal investigator, research director, or head of research, leading major research projects or centers. Academic pharmacists can move from lecturer positions to senior roles such as professor, dean, or head of the pharmacy department. and they can also specialize in research leadership and secure research grants for further studies. Many researchers collaborate with the pharmaceutical industry to bring their discoveries to market, often transitioning between academia and industry roles, leading to partnerships with pharmaceutical companies or biotech firms. The job market and demand for pharmaceutical research and academia roles are driven by an increasing demand for innovation, with a growing emphasis on drug development, precision medicine, and biologics. Australia's aging population and the increasing prevalence of chronic diseases drive the need for pharmaceutical research and innovation in drug therapies. The Australian government supports pharmaceutical research through funding programs, providing grants for innovative health and biomedical research projects. Universities and research institutes often collaborate with the pharmaceutical industry, providing a strong job market for pharmacists in both research and academic sectors. Salaries for pharmacists in pharmaceutical research and academia vary depending on experience, qualifications, location, and the specific role. Entry-level research pharmacists can expect to earn between AUD 60,000 and 75,000 per year, while experienced research pharmacists may earn between AUD 80,000 and 110,000 per year. Senior researchers or principal investigators can earn between AUD 110,000 and 150,000 plus per year. In academia, lecturer assistant professors earn between AUD 85,000 and 110,000 per year, while senior academics, associate professors, can earn between AUD 120,000 and 180,000 per year. Research fellows, postdoctoral researchers earn between AUD 70,000 and 95,000 per year. Pharmacists transitioning to pharmaceutical companies, regulatory agencies, or consulting roles may see higher salaries due to industry demand, with pharmaceutical industry roles offering between AUD 90,000 and 130,000 plus per year. Challenges in this field include funding and grant competition, as research funding in academia can be highly competitive, and securing grants can be a challenge for many researchers. The workload and pressure in academic roles, particularly for professors, often involve a high workload, including teaching, research, administration, and publishing. The long path to career advancement in academia often requires many years of study and research experience before reaching senior positions. However, benefits include intellectual stimulation, as working in research and academia allows pharmacists to push the boundaries of pharmaceutical science, contribute to public health, and potentially discover new therapies or treatment options. Many researchers and academics find great satisfaction in contributing to scientific knowledge, teaching future pharmacists, and improving patient care through research findings. Academic and research roles offer job stability, with the opportunity for tenure or long-term contracts at universities or research institutions. Pharmaceutical research and academia in Australia offer exciting and rewarding career paths for pharmacists who are passionate about science, education, and innovation in healthcare. Whether involved in cutting-edge drug development, clinical trials, or teaching the next generation of pharmacists, these roles provide opportunities for personal and professional growth. Salaries are competitive, and the demand for skilled professionals in these fields is expected to remain strong as Australia continues to invest in healthcare innovation. If you are considering a career in pharmaceutical research or academia, the opportunities are vast, with roles in universities, research organizations, and the pharmaceutical industry.